is not fun.
What do you mean? It looks fun.
I'm sure we really need to save these corn buttery trays, right?
We've used them a lot. And by a lot, I mean, I didn't even know we had those.
Who am I if I don't have corn buttery trays?
Yeah, you gotta have them.
And so a Pyrex lid that we don't have the Pyrex too.
Yeah, you need those. It's always good to keep a spare.
I have tons of lids and tons of bowls, neither of which match up together at all.
Perfect.
Yes. I think right now the challenge is figuring out what do we keep for a few weeks till we're in the RV versus what do we just get rid of now. And I'm really close to just bringing a garbage bag over and just putting everything in the garbage, and I'll figure it out because this is not fun at all.
Sounds like a good donation item.
Yes.
All of it.
Agreed.
All of it.
Agreed.
I was just upstairs working and I hear a calamity and I hear screaming and I hear what I thought was crying. I come running downstairs and apparently that frog jumped on Leah's arm and she almost lost her life.
Oh, there were tears. It was crying.
Are you good?
No, it was touched me.
I hope you're happy with yourself, Frog. Hey, having fun?
Not having fun, no.
So we started our garage clean out today. So far, this is Halloween. Not even Halloween in full, just Halloween. And I was saying to myself, I never want to forget like what this frustration feels like, having to go through this much junk. It's not junk.
Well,
it's stuff.
To be fair, this is just clothes that we never ever wear.
Yeah.
And this is just storage for the clothes we never wear and the crap we never use.
Yeah. I guess that piggybacks off of George Carlin's thing about stuff.
That's all your house is? It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff.
Yeah.
We needed this stuff to fit this stuff. Neither what we used.
Our neighbors are kind of laughing, saying, oh man, you must really be getting ready to downsize. But the funny thing that we're laughing at is nothing that we're getting rid of now has affected our life at all. We're still living our life completely normal. The stuff that we're getting rid of all day, every day, we don't even use.
Stuff that we haven't even, not even stuff that we haven't used, like stuff that we haven't even thought of in years. It just exists.
So where we're at right now is giving things away or selling things for like $5 or $10. There are like a dozen people on and off our porch every single day just taking this stuff. So I hope that we're paying it forward and someone's enjoying all of our crap that we are no longer using.
In the meantime, we look like drug dealers with people coming off our porch. We have like this little mini mason jar full of cash. So yeah. We have vowed it doesn't matter how long we stay in the camper, even if it's 3 months and we say this isn't for us, we're gonna buy a house. Like I never ever 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 want to start accruing senseless stuff like this ever again. So as the purge continues, it's just more of the same. Do we really need this many ice packs?
You never know when your food might get cold.
Could we have gotten by with just like these two?
Okay, on the bright side,
Oh, don't worry about any of that. We'll take care
This
of
was
that.
not so bad to clean
Yeah.
out the freezer because I
Yeah,
found
look at what we
sangria
found.
and daiquiris
Oh,
and
yeah.
all these mini bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And in an effort to minimalize, I'm going to work my way through these over the next
Yeah.
9 days until we move.
Absolutely. Actually, this counter is... this counter is... Look at this, though. It's like... You ever see what over... What's it, like $1,100 something in a mason jar? This is what you could do when you sell $20,000 worth of crap. You can get a jar with $1,000 in it. My God. The purge continues. We have a photographer coming tomorrow to take pictures of the house, and we're freaking out a little bit. Freaking out a little bit.
No, I don't think it's fair freaking out.
It's just... The problem is you don't realize, like... We always talk about, like, stuff and how we're, like, really enjoying, like, purging all the stuff. But then, like, even after you've purged a lot of stuff, you realize that you still have a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And for pictures, it's like the little things, like nothing can be out. So there's going to be a little bit of, like, moving things room to room tomorrow.
Like, I know I'm not world's greatest housekeeper, but I swear, like, we clean the whole house, and then, like, we live here, and then it gets dirty again.
Yeah.
It is weird to feel like, you figure, like, when you have guests over or friends, they notice if there's dog hair on your floor or if, like, you didn't sweep that day, but they're your friends, and they get it that you live there. Like, it feels very, I don't know, intrusive, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
To, like, be prepared for people to come judge your home. I don't know. I think because we've been in this house so long, and it feels like our home. It doesn't feel like a house that we lived in for a little bit. Like, it really feels like our home where we thought we'd be here for years and years and years. It feels like possessive of it, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
This is my house. Don't judge. You know what I'm saying? Go. I mean, I want them to buy the house, but I don't want them to judge it.
Maybe I'll just let anybody know that I have a lot of strengths in life and housekeeping is not at the top of the list. And if they make this their house, they can just sweep more than I do.
Yeah, they can clean all they want.
They'll be clean all the time.
Here you go. We have showed you what an average clean house looks like. If that is subpar, then when it's yours and you have all your stuff in here, go nuts.
Maybe you're a better person than I am.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the things we're looking forward to living in the RV is that there's, I don't know, it's not that it's like hard to keep a house clean. I mean, like, you know,
It is for me.
we're not slobs. We clean the house.
I think, like, our dog sheds, right? So, okay,
Yeah.
we need to sweep the floors and mop the floors. We sweep and mop the floors pretty regularly. It doesn't seem like it should be a big job, but, like, just saying, okay, I'm just going to sweep and mop real quick is, like, a big deal. There's 2,700 square feet of
Yeah, it's like a 45
tile
minute.
and wood that you've got to sweep and mop. It's not like a short adventure.
That is one of the things I like about the camper is you could, like, get after it for 30 minutes and do, like, a super deep clean of the entire thing.
You definitely don't need to video what's in the dustpan right now.
No, that's fine. I'll blur it out. For photographs, it has to be pretty sterile. For showings, our agent says it's okay for it to look like a home, but for pictures, I guess it has to be a little bit more sterile.
No pressure, but we have a fantastic agent, so she can just sell it right away, so I don't have to keep sweeping every single day.
Yeah. The good news is, though, because I'm probably going to be sick. Like, I know it's coming. Today, this is Sunday. Football was playing on the TV, so people probably gather what day it is. But the house is going on the market Thursday. Thankfully, we are leaving on Thursday. We're going to Jetty Park for a few days. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be good not being here for the first couple of visits. Hopefully there's a couple visits over the weekend.
Maybe she will sell the house while we're gone for the weekend, and that will take all my stress away. Just kidding. Nothing is going to take all my stress away.
For what it's worth, they are anticipating a fairly quick sale of the house.
It's emotionally draining. I think if we get like the house, or if we already have like a dream house, we're like, hey, we're going somewhere else. But this really is like this is the perfect house for us. It's everything we ever wanted. And so to be leaving it, you know, we're doing it for all the right reasons and it feels good. But sorry, the mom's kind of like all the right reasons and it feels good. But it's still really, it's emotional. A lot of mixed feelings.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get back to cleaning. All right, so this is the life we're living now. Colby was just sitting at the table doing her homework, and we sold the table, and they're coming to pick it up right now. So we're like, all right, Colby, you gotta move. No, this is more like it. This is way more luxurious than that nice Pier 1 table or whatever it was we had.
I'm assembling our new dining room for
Yeah, new. It's our
baby.
State of the art folding card table that we've had for like 15 years.
I think we actually bought this when we moved to Florida like 13 years ago because we didn't have a dining room table yet.
Yeah.
So it's coming full circle.
Full circle. Yeah.
We gotta clean off the glass here.
Yeah, you know, you gotta dress it up a little bit, you know?
Colby, I'm glad you got settled back down here at our dining room table. I just sold the chair, so you gotta get up again.
Yay, moving!
Yay!
You haven't had fun until you measured a dog bed to sell.
2 dog beds, thank you very much.
So we're like 9 days away from moving, and I don't think it's ever gonna end.
No, my concern is that people are gonna walk in and be like, but what do you mean? You have like a house full of things?
Yeah, I mean, like, we got laundry laid out everywhere.
I did feel like we were doing good all along, but now that we're like a week away, I'm looking around and like, this is not a week's worth of work. This is muchly things to get rid of.
There's stuff everywhere. Just everywhere.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's sell
good
some more
time.
things.
Let's go.
So we're officially at the point where every inch of our house is chaos. We have no more table, anything on a folding card table. The couch goes today. This is like the first time anybody has sat down in like 24 hours. The deep freezer's empty. Right, pretty much. So we've been storing, we have a lot of storage under our stairs. We've been storing the things that are going to go to the camper. Here's the problem. That is a really large stack of things that are supposed to go to the camper. So now we're a little concerned that as much effort as we've spent purging, that's not enough.
Our minimalism may need to be minimalized.
We have one area for things that are going to donate. Our dining room is officially things that are being donated, things that are going to a family member, things that are sold and waiting to be picked up. And then we have a 2,700 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. We're trying to keep nothing in storage except a family member's keeping these 2 totes for us. We might need 3, but we are trying to keep all of our possessions that are not going in the rig in these 2 totes. So far, so good. We still have a little bit of space, but it's getting precarious. And really the orange one, I feel kind of silly. This orange tote is full of absolutely nothing but pictures. So a little pro tip, get those digitized and don't keep them. Right now, I do not have the mental stamina to handle that. But we could probably get rid of that entire orange tote if we had digitized our pictures. Hey, Joe, what do you got there?
I told you we had a quesadilla maker. She argued with me we never had a quesadilla maker. Yes, we did. It's up here in the box. This is from when we moved 7 years ago.
We just found a box from when we moved in 7 years ago that had not been opened. For what it's worth, I knew that we had owned a quesadilla maker at some point in time, but I hadn't seen it in 7 years.
It was right up here in the back. And we got a really nice, extremely dusty coffee maker.
Yum.
And a food processor.
All right.
And some cake pans. That's fun. She wanted to make a cake. We had the stuff right here in the garage the whole time.
How you doing, Joe?
I'm having a moment with the couch. It's a good couch. It's a comfy couch. You know, and we got 25 minutes left with it, and then it's out of here.
All right. Oh, we got another taker. We have another taker who wants to spend some quality time with the couch.
Yeah, it's a good couch.
Another taker.
I've become like one with this in particular.
Elliot can't decide which ottoman he'd like to spend quality time with.
Yes. I like when it was like movie nights and stuff like that, and Elliot would just pass out on these things. He would just,
Yeah.
Good couch.
All right, I'm gonna come check it out.
Yeah.
You
This is just comfy.
just hanging out, watching football.
Just watching the game, you know, my couch.
Yes. The only family member more confused and upset than Joe is the dog, who's just literally sitting in the middle of the room, just looking around and does not know what's going on or why. He's just literally sitting here looking in circles.
So in what used to be our dining room is now the who's getting what command center. We're not gonna talk about the office right now. Isn't it beautiful? There it is. I was gonna go to the computer and do something real quick.
Very conducive to productivity.
Absolutely. That room screams productive. All right, so our living room furniture is gone. Our whole rec room upstairs, our bonus room, is completely empty.
We're lucky we still had that furniture from 16 years ago, I guess.
Oh yeah, the furniture that we bought when we first got our apartment back in 2004, that's now back in the living room. I tell you though, this moving thing is a whole lot easier when you just sell everything. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm not sure I agree with that. Because you could just move your crap to a new house and that feels like that would be way easier.
Yeah.
I am really reminding myself repeatedly that this is totally going to be worth it in the long haul. And I don't want anyone to tell me otherwise.
No.
I need that right
Except
now.
they told you otherwise. I wouldn't believe them.
Yeah, this is obviously got to be worthwhile.
All right, on we go.
Okay, so in the 10 days before we leave our house, if you've not been here before, every minute of every day is chaos. We are stressed about getting rid of everything in the house, making sure everything is sold or donated or given away, making sure that everything's packed up, figuring out what's going to be kept, what's going to go in the RV, where is it going to go in the RV.
I think unless people have done this before, like, I think if people like think about it philosophically, going from a 2,700 square foot home where we have 3.5 bathrooms and the kids have their own room and in a bonus room where their toys went when they were kids and all the video game crap went in there, like going from that to like a whatever square foot RV is like monumental.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody who hasn't done this has like a true appreciation of like what that is.
I think I honestly thought it was kind of like moving, and it is way
It is
not
not
like
like-
moving. It is way not like moving. It is very different.
Well, you
So-
said something the other day when I made a comment like, you know, oh, selling everything is way easier than this, and you're like, is it though? Because if we
No.
were just moving, you just put all the crap in a truck.
We found
and then
a box in our garage from our move 7 years ago, so
It's a mess.
you can't do that in an RV. But either way, every day, all day long, it's stress and chaos. Then we're trying to work, and the kids are trying to
Kids
finish
are
up their
finishing up their
semester.
school, yeah.
And about 10 days before moving day, we find out the RV that is 11 months old,
11 months old.
bought brand new, needs a new roof.
Needs a new roof. Needs a new roof. Our 11-month-old Grand Design. We paid all the money for because it was a Grand Design.
Correct. So what we're doing is working really hard on focusing on what we can control
Yeah.
and dividing and conquering, which means as miserable as I just said the moving is, I have gladly taken the point on that since Joe is working on figuring out what in the world is happening with our roof.
Which I'm appreciative, by the way, because like honestly, like walking into a room, there's stuff I've had panic attacks almost every day for the past like 3 weeks. Like it's out of control.
So that's what we're dealing with right now.
11 months old.
So, breaking news from the LHW news desk. So I just spoke with Matthew at Grand Design.
Okay.
It's damaged. Grand Design's out. They're not even going to consider repairing it. That's the bad news. The worst news is that he says that the way the membranes split, He's like, they see it all the time. It's indicative of heavy downward and lateral pressure, like sideways pressure. The situation, October 26th, these dates are burned in my memory now. October 26th, we noticed some abnormalities in the roof membrane along the edge.
Questionable.
Questionable on the membrane. Just, rippling in the fabric. So we take it to Lazy Days. We were already going to be there for a warranty. And we tell them, hey, just look at the roof. Because again, like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I don't know what these things are supposed to look like. So they looked at it on the 12th. And they said everything's fine. But like my question, like the conversation I'm going to have today is, all right, fine. Let's pretend that you inspected on the 12th and everything's fine. 4 days later, my roof's tore up. So what do you run into? That's my conversation with Lazy Days today. I mean, at this point, like I'm afraid like we're going to be homeless.
I think we are homeless.
We're going to be homeless. We're out like literally today is Monday. Next Monday is the closing on the house. So all of our stuff's out on Sunday. And we don't even know what the hell's going on with the camper right now.